talking about language barriers because obviously when you go to a foreign country, they speak a different language. In Costa Rica, it's Spanish. Yeah. So, going into this week, I was really nervous about language barriers because last time I went in 2014, we had a translator in our group, and he was really good, and we were really close friends with him, so he was with us basically everywhere we went. So I didn't really have to worry about speaking to anyone and not knowing what they were saying. But this time, my group didn't really have, our leader kind of was a translator, I guess. She translated, but she wasn't really with us wherever we went because we broke into groups. So I was really nervous about having to communicate with people.
I took Spanish my freshman and sophomore year, and that was about a year and a half to 2 years ago, and it didn't really stick. So when I got off the plane, I kind of told Rebecca, I said, okay, we're in a different country and I don't know how to speak their language. This is going to be interesting. But on the first day, Shay and Alejandra, this girl that was in our group, and I could understand some of what they were talking about, and I could understand some of the kids, but I know that they couldn't understand me because of my Spanglish, and I could say that I didn't know how to speak Spanish to them, which they understood that, but that was about it. There was Kevin and Jefferson, these two guys that were our friends in our group. They couldn't speak any English, and most of us couldn't speak Spanish, so the only thing we really said to each other was our names. And that was really all we could say to each other, but we were still close. There was the last day of, I guess, space camp, which was Thursday. I got frustrated and I talked to Shay about it because I didn't know, and me and Shay were doing face paint, but I couldn't understand what these little kids were trying to say to me or talk to me about. And so instead, since I couldn't understand them and I couldn't talk to them, they would go to other people, and I was just kind of sitting there. So Shay was like, what's wrong? And talked to her about it. She's like, well, come down here. And Shay was basically my translator, which I'm very thankful for her. And our face painting that we did this week. Shay drew a fantastic squirrel, by the way, on the kid's face. At this village, which was called Los Angeles. There was this little girl, and I told her that I couldn't speak any Spanish when she was talking to me, and she understood that, and so she would help me, I guess, point at things, or do kind of hand gestures, and she would help me out, help other kids out too, which was, because that day was crazy. This little girl, Valentina and Wavelita, she didn't speak any English, but that didn't matter to me because she was just so full of life and love when she was with me. And during worship and handing out the food bags to everyone, and especially in worship, that there was so many people Spanish speakers that didn't speak any English, and people that spoke English that didn't speak any Spanish. That didn't matter because we had all one thing in common, and we serve and love the same God.
So I learned a lot this week that actions really do speak louder than words, and even if you can't communicate with the little kids or the families you're going to visit, they can see the love and the things you're doing. They can see the light of Christ shining through you, and it's like you don't really have to talk to them because they still know that you have good intentions and what you're doing. Makes sense.